The sky is thin. Is it dawn or dusk? As I'm watching from outside, I cannot tell. A vast sky in a high field. A sky that seems unreachable, even with arms outstretched. And clouds that do not seem reachable, with arms outstretched. This is a battle she once went through. There are no cavalry out alongside. The grassland, once golden as far as the eye could see, is gone. Under the gray sky, the only thing stretched out is the remains of battle which she is well accustomed to. There is no emotion. For her, such scenes must be ordinary. There is nothing left in her lonely heart. Leaning on her golden sword, she breathes deeply once and slowly relaxes her shoulders. The battle must be over. After glancing at the bodies of the defeated soldiers, she returns to her camp. That was the battle she experienced. The calm attitude is the same as now. No matter what trouble she's in, she is just as I know her. And in that way I see the dream of a king. From the moment she drew the sword from the stone, she was not human. After becoming a feudal lord like her father, she became a king with many knights. She was called King Arthur or Artoria, the girl who tried to become a knight and had her life turned around. She acted as the son of the king. Just because it was the one to govern many territories and control the knights had to be male. The only ones who knew that the king was a girl were her father and the Magus. She literally covered herself in steel and sealed that truth for all her life. Of course, it's not like no one grew suspicious of her. But the king of knights with the holy sword will not suffer wounds or age. Excalibur bears the protection of the fairies, making its possessor immortal. Therefore, nobody questioned the knight's small body, and the face that looked like that of a girl became honored by the knights as a good-looking king. The king was truly invincible. There was no room for body side nor looks to enter into it. The people living in fear of savage invasions wanted a strong king, and the knights of the battlefield would only follow an excellent commander. The king met all of these criteria, so no one questioned who the king was. It doesn't matter if the king is a child or a woman. The only point is that it must function as the king to protect the country. The king was fair and selfless and always stood in front of the army, defeating enemies on the battlefield. Many enemies and many people have died, but the king's choices were always correct, and she served as the king better than anyone else. There was no doubt and no need for doubt why the king was right. Knowing no loss on the battlefield, her army reconstructed the now lost cavalry and literally ran through the battlefield, defeating foreign infantries and crashing through numerous ramparts. She was always in the front of the army because her country was behind her. Was she always? She had to discard many people to join battle. As long as she joined battle, she had to defeat all her enemies. It was normal practice to meet military needs by sucking everything out of the local village for the battle to protect the country. In that regard, there could not be any knight that killed more than her. I do not know if she ever found that a burden. That is not something I can tell from a dream. But there is no doubt in her figure running through the battlefield. She does not even narrow her eyes in grief when she sits on the throne. A king is not human. One cannot protect the people with the human emotions. She kept that oath strictly. But you need some human emotions because you're dealing with people. People are emotional beings. You need some emotion. You can't be strictly robotic. You have to have some semblance of humanity. Not necessarily all. It's less if you're a ruler, but you still have to have some. She kept that oath strictly and settled every problem and worked hard in government affairs. She balanced the country without any deviations and punished people without a single mistake. And after ending yet another battle and victory, commanding the people without disorder and punishing hundreds of criminals. King Arthur does not understand human feelings. A knight close to her murmured. Perhaps everyone felt that way. The more perfect she became as the king, the more they questioned her as a ruler. A person without human emotion cannot rule over others. Several reputable knights left Camelot, but the king took it a natural event and accepted it as part of the process of government. Thus, the fair king honored by her knights isolated herself, but such trivial things are of no concern to a king. Her mind will not change if she is abandoned, feared, or betrayed. There's no right or wrong. She abandoned her emotions from the moment she decided to pull out the sword. And in that way, her final battle began. The Battle of Badon Hill ended in a complete victory, and because of the overwhelming results, the savages sought a reconciliation. The country that would have awaited destruction under a brief period of peace. The chaos demanded an absolute hero has ended. Britain is finally returning to the country she had dreamed of. I want to see... Damn, that's such a good fucking graphic. That's a nice sword, too. All I want is the sword, damn it. The scene starts to fade away. Somewhere in my head I realize that I'm waking up and the dream is ending. It's collapsing. I will lose consciousness and wake up soon. But before that, something really annoys me. She's stupid. Certainly she must not have been strong and good at fighting, but that doesn't mean she's well suited for it. I'm so angry at the people around her. If she didn't notice that someone else around her had to tell her, she'd keep making the same mistake forever. Gee, she had so many people around her. Why did none of them tell her the truth? Because that's how most governments are. Sadly. A lot of them are yes men government. You just surround yourself with people that agree. And they do. I wake up. We escaped Ilia's forest and came back to the house yesterday afternoon. Tosaka went back to her room saying that the wound in her stomach was hurting. I also wanted to go to sleep since my headache was still around. Yeah, she had her fucking gut crushed. I feel bad for her. She has probably broken ribs. I want to take care of her. Why am I sleeping on the floor and not in her bed? Damn it. All of these mistakes. It must have been because I carried something heavy all the way here. When I got to my room and laid down, I couldn't even get back up. Saber was the only one unhurt, so Tosaka and I went to sleep, letting her watch over the house, and... I'm relieved. The thing with Berserker, the headaches that had started when I duplicated Saber's sword was terrible. If that headache continued, my head would have broken before my body did. Wait. Hey, can I get a CG of her waking me up, like Sakura did? Because that's not fair. Why is she getting a CG and Rin and Saber don't? Saber is sitting Japanese style beside my futon.
なんだよ、朝から辛気臭い顔して。俺が眠ってる間に何かあったのか？
いいえ、ただ夢を見てしまったもので。いえ、何でもありません。それより朝食にしましょう、シロ。もう起きる時間です。
It's a bad dream, I'll cheer you up. Saber gets up and leaves the room quietly. I don't know why Saber's acting so weird. I don't know, but...
枕元に正座してたってことは、看病しててくれたのかな?
Awesome. Ooh. How's it going? As soon as I think so, I recall that scene. Yeah.
何考えてんだ?
Of better times. I shake my head and clear the thoughts out of my head. That night, Saber and I touched on one another because I'm her master. Yeah, that's why. I had to think that or I won't be able to look at her properly. Eh. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This is all winning here.
平常心、平常心。昨日帰ってくるときはいつも通りだったじゃないか。それでいいんだ。それで。
No, it's not fun. Well, no. I was just too tired yesterday, but stay calm anyways. First of all, Saber will be troubled if I act like this.
とにかく落ち着いて朝飯作らないと。
Jesus, dude. You're the absolute worst at human interactions. The worst. I take a deep breath and start changing. It's 9 in the morning. Saber must have been really hungry as we haven't eaten since yesterday afternoon. I guess you can't call it morning now that it's past 9. Considering Saber, I'll make a fairly large meal.
シロ、今朝は私とあなただけですが、 リンを起こさなくていいのですか?
No, she needs to sleep. She was injured.
ああ、みんなまだ寝てるんだろ。昨日が昨日だし、無理に起こすこともない。飯は作っておけば勝手に食べるだろうし。
Wake them up. It's just Reen. Like, just say Reen can eat whenever she wants. What the fuck's wrong? Whatever.
そうですか。
Day. Why?
それでは早めに支度をしてもらえると助かります。もうこんな時間になってしまいましたから。
分かってる。体の調子もいいし、食べ終わったら道場に行こう。
She is just the worst at conversations. Let's be real here.
道場に行くとは、まだ私と剣の鍛錬を続けるのですか?
Yeah, sure, why not?
なんで？日課じゃないか、あれ。どうしたセイバー？なんか変なこと言ったか、俺。
あ、いえ、もう鍛錬はしないのだろうと勝手に思い込んでいました。
Why, I have a sword now that I can hit you with.
バーサーカーが倒れた今、シローがそこまで必死になる理由はなくなったのではないかと。
That's true. I mean, we can kind of relax a little bit. We'll party now, relax and have fun right now. But there's still 3 other servants, Caster, Lancer, and Assassin, that we have to kill. So it's not all party yet. Don't take your foot off the gas. We still gotta crunch it and destroy them. Because otherwise, we'll be destroyed. Can't relax now.
そっか。言われてみればそうかもしれない。
Tosaka Saber and I, our common enemy is now gone. We cooperated because we were targeted by a superior enemy to us. And that's why I trained as well.
でも鍛錬は続けるぞ。俺はまだ半人前だし、セイバーは剣を持つと本音を出すからな。
Well, when I say it's a help, I mean it's fun. Just say that.
道場での私は本音を出しているのでしょうか?
出してるよ。少なくとも気兼ねはしてないだろう。俺もその方が楽だし、セイバーも肩の力が抜けていいんじゃないか。ともかく午前中はセイバーと剣を合わせるのが日課なんだ。
I take ground beef and pork, mushroom, onion, and eggs out of the refrigerator and head to the kitchen. I'll also need breadcrumbs, alcohol, salad oil, and... Oh, you have alcohol? Awesome.
はあ、そういうことでしたら、私も反論はありませんが。
Damn right you don't. Saber murmurs something in the living room. I'm already in the kitchen, so I unfortunately couldn't hear her. I start mixing. I mix onion, breadcrumbs, alcohol, egg, and salt and put it in with the beef and pork. I decide to cook Japanese-style hamburger for breakfast. God damn it, dude. What? That's not breakfast.
Rin,
breakfast.
目が覚めたのですか?
Oh, awesome. I can hear Saber's voice from the living room. Rin, go back to bed. You're not feeling well. You're injured. I don't want you hurting yourself.
トサカ?
I turn around while cooking.
おはよう。ごめん、牛乳飲ませて、シロ。
God damn, I love her morning face. Absolutely adorable. Tosaka comes over with an unhappy face and takes some milk out of the refrigerator. She's such a non-morning person. Oh, hey, looking better.
寝すぎて頭痛い。あれ？何？朝から凝ってるじゃない。
Just for you. Where did the bad mood from earlier go? Her eyes gleam as soon as she returns to me.
へえ、美味しそう。ちょうどお腹も減ってたし。
I see, but you're the one that benefits, not me. It must be what my father said. For someone to benefit, someone must lose.
前から思ってたんだが、お前割と目ざといよな。
That's so cynical. God, I love Kiritsugu so much.
あら、人並みに目端が利くだけよ。
Can he beat the
それじゃあ、
protag?
私の分もよろしくね。
Because him and Archer together it would basically be me and Archer together at that point. It's just all 3 of us are so fucking similar, it seems like. Just absolutely fuck the world. It's a horrible place. Everyone fucking sucks. You're stupid for thinking it's a good place. God, it's horrible to say, but it's so fucking true. Waving her hand, Tosaka returns to the living room. With a glass of milk in one hand, she takes position at the table. No. Should I say she's really relaxing or acting like royalty? She's the fucking queen after all. She's good.
だらけていますね。
More like a princess, actually. Alright. Way to go, Saber. She sure is good at saying difficult things. But Tosaka waves off Saber's criticism lazily like she doesn't care.
そりゃだらけもするわよ。バーサーカーがいなくなった今、あとはキャスターとランサーとアサシンでしょ。バーサーカーに比べたら大した敵じゃないし、今のセーバーなら余裕で撃退できるじゃない。
Yeah, that's true, but bad. We can't get complacent. We can't just sit back on our laurels and our laurel wreaths, and, you know, act superior to everyone else and say, let them come. Because if they all three come at once, we're fucked. So you have to be still smart. We still have to be cautious. This is the time where we go into a defensive battle. Because we have the better servant, they have to come to us to win. We can beat them.
それはわかりません。ランサーもアサシンも一筋縄で行く相手ではない。
You say that, but you're pretty strong.
キャスターに至ってはまだ出会ってもいないではないですか。謙遜謙遜。アーサー王の手にかかっちゃ、そんじゃそこらの英霊なんて10羽一からげでしょ。
What if they're not a normal hero?
今までは魔力不足で嘆いてたけど、それも解決したし。今のセイバーに対抗できるサーバントなんて一人もいないわ。
Saber narrows her eyes at Tosaka's words. I feel the same way. The thing Chosaka just said can't be ignored lightly.
Tosaka, お前、セイバーが誰かって気づいてたのか?
Yeah, I was at the battle yesterday. There's not many golden swords that show up.
うすうすね。確信が持てたのは昨日よ。あれだけの聖剣を扱える英雄なんて一人しかいないもの。まあ、伝説のアーサー王が女の子っていうのには驚いたけど、目の前にいるんじゃ信じるしかないじゃない。
True.
それに、伝説なんて都合よく改ざんされたものでしょ。セイバーが隠したのか、周囲が隠したのか知らないけど、確かに中世の王様が女の子ってのは都合が悪いものね。
Yeah, I mean, Joan of Arc had a fucking terrible time being a girl. I mean, that's just the product of the times and being a knight and or king.
そりゃ誰が何と言おうと男として扱うわよ。
Plenty of examples. Tosaka has the same tone of voice as always, which I love. Saber doesn't seem to care that much either. She rather seemed to be agreeing with Tosaka's opinion and shows no sign of denying anything. So she has clearly admitted that it's true. A hero related to swords is chosen for the servant Saber. From that perspective, she certainly is the best Saber there could be. Probably? I'm not sure. I mean, I would have to look at all the Sabers. But I mean, from an interesting standpoint, sure. The great hero of England. The bearer of the holy sword that everyone, even in this distant country, has heard of. Literally, I think everyone on the face of the earth has heard of Excalibur. But if that's the case, then what? The end of the legend of King Arthur ends with the king's death. Most legends do end in people dying. No, they're still human even though they are heroes. It's only natural for their last moment to end in death, but no hero dies normally. Well, because it wouldn't be fitting to a hero. King Arthur was no exception. Yeah. Arthur lost the scabbard of Excalibur. Ended up being a healing properties of healing any mortal wound instantaneously, I believe, where you're just immune to any damage. It's one or the other. Ended up facing a mortal wound against Mordred and ended up dying later on, after saying, "Return the sword," to the lake. I remember that the end of the King Arthur was in a war, the great battle of Camlan. Camlan? Sure. Having unified Britain with no outside enemies to defeat, King Arthur faced an unexpected enemy in the end. Thank God all these names are so much easier to pronounce, though, than, say, some other names. The enemy was her own army that she protected because the betrayal by the one she trusted. King Arthur was attacked by the knights she had fought with, and it is said that the king had to defeat them. King Arthur succeeded in battle with the enemy leader, but took a fatal wound in the process and entrusted our only surviving knight, Sir Bedivere, with the return of the Holy Sword. Go past this bloody battlefield in the hill. There should be a lake there. Throw this sword into the lake. Yeah, fuck that. I'm keeping this sword, is my response. But Bedivere could not follow the order. Fearing the loss of the sword, Bedivere gave a false report the first and the second time, saying that he had thrown the sword into the lake. Every time King Arthur would order Bedivere to throw the sword away, the order was followed on the third trip, and the order was followed on the third trip. Throw it away, for fuck's sake. And it is said that King Arthur died after ascertaining that the Holy Sword had been returned. So you're saying Arthur would have lived all
そ
the
れよ
way?
りシロ、あんたこれからどうする気よ。
And then, Tosaka suddenly glares at me.
どうするって何？
だから和室で寝てる物騒な子供のことよ。
No, what child?
放っておけって言ったのに、ここまで連れてきたのはあんたじゃない。
No, he didn't.
それについては私も言いたい。バーサーカーを失ったとはいえ、イリアスフィールは危険なマスターだ。
No.
それを保護するなど、シロはどうかしています。
No, he did not bring her here.
そうそう。あんなのは綺麗に預けちまえばいいのよ。
God damn it, Shiro. The two judged this a good time to glare at me together. That's right. Ilia fainted after Berserker disappeared. I couldn't just leave her be since she showed no sign of waking up, so I brought her here. Why? Why? Tosaka and Saber objected, so I was the only one who carried her here. A master who loses their servant has run away or go to the church for protection before they're killed by her other masters. Tosaka says she should let Kotomine take care of her, but I'm letting her sleep in a room here since I don't think he would take very good care of her. Why? Why?
シロ、
Just for reasons.
あなたの考えは立派ですが、イリアスフィールに関わるのは危険です。今ならまだ間に合う。早々に教会に預けるか、その令状を剥奪するべきだ。
Look, my only two options here are I kill her or I remove her command spells. The only reason I'd remove her command spells is because she had Shinji. That's the only saving grace right now. She's serious. Convincing her will be really difficult.
なんだよ。だってほっとくわけにはいかないだろう。イリアはまだ子供なんだし、様子もおかしかった。琴峰に預けるのはなんかかわいそうだし。
かわいそう？あんたね、あの子にあんな目に遭わされて、まだそんな寝ぼけたこと言うわけ？
同感です。シロはイリアスフィールに感情移入しすぎています。彼女は何度もシロを殺そうとしたではないですか。
The two are even more united, but I can't let them talk me out of it.
確かにイリアは敵だった。けど、あいつに邪気はなかった。ちゃんと言いつけてやるやつがいれば、イリアはもうあんなことはしない。それに、一番初めに言ったはずだ。俺はマスターを殺すために戦うんじゃない。戦いを終わらせるために戦うだけだって。
それは分かってはいますが。
Saber doesn't agree, but her voice softens. But?
そう。それじゃあイリアスフィールのしたことを全部許すっていうの？言っとくけど、あの子は私たち以外のマスターも襲っている。もしかしたらもう何人かマスターを殺しているかもしれない。
それは。
That's right. Ilia admitted she killed Shinji. Good. Shinji used Ryder to kill the students at school. If those were his intentions as a master, I guess his death couldn't be helped. I'd have killed him eventually, because I would have dragged him to the side of that roof and launched him off the fucking building, saying, "Enjoy the fall." But it's still, Shinji is a friend I've known for years. You're a fucking horrible judge of character and horrible at finding friends. And thinking about Sakura, I can't forgive everything Ilia did. I'm sure she's happy about that.
けどそれじゃ終わりがないだろ。
No end to what?
イリアがマスターで亡くなって自分のしたことを悔やめるようになるのなら俺は助けるべきだと思う。
What if she's not?
そうね。それは正しい。けどシロ、私はアーチャーのことを帳消しにする気はないの。私のアーチャーはあいつに殺されたんだから。
Yeah, no shit. Everybody freezes. Why? We freeze looking at each other. And?
何よ。サーバントなんて最後にはみんな消えちゃうじゃない。そんなこと気にしてるなんて。マスター失格ね、リン。
Well, time to get stabbed, bitch. The girl under discussion who should be asleep appears.
イリアスフィール。
待ちなさい。あなたたちに用はないわ。戦う気もないからそんなに生きり立たないでくれない？ほんと同じレディーとして恥ずかしいわ。私よりずっと年上なのにたしなみってものがないんだから。
Elia shrugs her shoulders as if to say, to show her shock.
なんですって？
Saber and Tosaka get mad together. They're scarier in different senses. Tosaka's scarier than Saber, let's be real here.
まあそれも怒らないであげる。今はあなたたちに構ってる場合じゃないもの。
Saying that, Elia turns to me.
礼を言います、セイバーのマスター。敵であった我が身まで気遣うその心遣い、心より感謝いたしますわ。
What?
ああ
I stare at Elia in surprise. Saber is silent as well. So she must not have expected it either. Tosaka's drinking milk and looking at Elia suspiciously. I don't trust this bitch. And then, Elia gives her usual smile and...
なんてね。やっぱりシロはお兄ちゃんだ。
Stop it. Oh, wait. She comes straight for me and hugs my neck.
何者？
Exactly. Tosaka should be around my neck right now. Oh, wait, what? Tosaka's choking on milk she's drinking. I am fucking pissed. Saber gets mad but keeps a straight face.
離れなさい、この無礼者。
Saber runs to me, but Elia spins around me, behind me, using my neck as a fulcrum. I'm dying.
無礼者はどっちよ。サーバントのくせに私に意見しようなんて100年早いわ。
あなたに従う義務もなければ意思もありません。減らず口を言う暇があるなら今すぐ城から離れなさい。
Please.
そんなの聞かないよーだ。ねえシロ、昨日みたいにしよう。あれ本部って言うんだよね。
We didn't do anything yet last night. It's a lie. Elia twirls and twirls. Saber goes around trying to catch her. And I die. This is bad. This is really bad. The two stare down doesn't end. It must be because she's watching from a distance. Tosaka wipes the milk off her mouth as if nothing is happening. Hey Tosaka, how about we go to your room and hang out for a little bit? Let them argue.
どうでもいいんだけどね、二人とも。そのままだとそいつ死ぬわよ。
You're right. Thank you for keeping care of me. I love you. The two look at my face in surprise. Yes, my neck is being choked and I'm in a really real pinch right now. Well, let's check the current situation. The hamburger I was making is in the refrigerator right now. First, Tosaka is the quiet one. It seems she's keeping a poker face and trying to see how things would turn out, but who knows what she's thinking on the inside. I'm hoping she's a little jealous because she's absolutely amazing. Love her. I'm just captivated by Tosaka. What? Ilya is sitting next to me and she's in a good mood for some reason. She's looking around the living room curiously, but it seems like Tosaka and Saber have no concern. She probably wouldn't listen even if they talked to her. And the hardness wanted to deal with is her. Saber, who's glaring restlessly at me and Ilya. Being restless and uneasy is totally unlike her. Because of her, I feel like I'm sitting on a cushion full of needles. So I can't let things stay like this. Tosaka, I'm going to your room. I don't know what will come out of this, but I have to make up my mind and escape the current situation.
話をつけよう。いつまでもこうしてちゃ昼になっちまう。
そうね。結論は決まっているし、問題は早めに片付けた方がいいわ。そうでしょ、セイバー。
Ren wants to kill her.
そうですね。私とリンの意見は同じですから。あとはシローに納得してもらうだけで。
Saber is ready to fight it out to the very end.
ねえシロー、リンとセイバーは何を話したがってるの？
いや、イリアをどうするかっていう話なんだが、イリアはサーバントを亡くしただろ。だからこの後どうしたものかなって。
そんなの決まってるでしょ。教会に保護させるか、森の城に追い返すのよ。どちらにしたってここにいさせる選択肢はないからね。
I agree.
シローもそう思ってるの
Ilya looks up at me with emotionless eyes. Fuck. Oh no, I don't know what to do. Well, that'll be the next choice. Next time. Because fuck that. I don't want to deal with this. Oh, that's gonna be a really hard choice. Do I listen to Tosaka or do I listen to Ilya? Huh. Wonder what I'll pick.